Hello and welcome back to Backlog Breakdown, the show where we have a backlog of video games and we're breaking them down one episode at a time. And today we are starting a new game, Dishonored, stealth game, first person, assassination, sneaking, all that good stuff. Right off the heels of Sly Cooper, we're now jumping into some big boy stuff.
Something a little more
big boy gamers.
A little more meat on the bone, yeah.
Yeah, and today I'm joined once again by my friends Luis.
Hello.
And Aiden.
What's up?
So Aiden, why don't you got some materials?
Yeah,
I
like to do a little research on the game, beforehand, just to kind of prime the new playthrough. It was developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. It released October 9th, 2012 for PS3, Windows, and Xbox 360. It is currently sitting at a Metacritic of 88.
Ooh, that's good.
So it's a 12-year-old game, and it's
still holding up.
It's pretty held in high regard. There was the original premise of the game. It was supposed to take place in medieval Japan.
Oh,
And 17th century London, but they quickly realized we should probably stay away from that because we have no idea about that culture.
Because it's mostly European, like French developers, I think, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Arcane Austin,
let's do a Japanese game, and they're
that's not our vibe.
And they're worried about marketing
and probably making
all that kind of stuff. So
or something.
So they kind of went to something they know a little better and were able to represent in a better way. With 19th century London.
Sick.
Edinburgh, I believe, in London. Is that where it takes place?
Oh, I think it's made up. The game's a made up world.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's
It
might be based
Dunwall
on
or whatever, but I think it's based on like a
London
city.
Yeah.
Game did have 2 story-based DLC. One in October 2013, so about a year later. And then this game's got a really star-studded cast. Carrie Fisher,
Susan
Sarandon, Lena Headey, Michael Madsen, well known from the Tarantino films, and then Chloe Grace Moretz. There's some.
What the heck?
They got some Microsoft money on this
Carrie
one.
Fisher voice says. She the Empress?
I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to look that up.
Keep our ears open. Listeners, let us know.
Aiden's name dropping and it's like, I don't know.
Hopefully it's not the Empress.
It might be in there.
Yeah.
A little spoiler. Hopefully it's not the Empress because
not gonna be in there flying. That money was well spent.
I was about to say.
They couldn't keep it around too long.
Yeah, and a small little synopsis of the game. After being framed for the murder of the Empress, he swore to protect a once trusted bodyguard with supernatural abilities. Is forced to become a masked assassin in order to seek revenge on those who conspired against him. So, nice little IMDb summary to kind of set up.
Get us in there.
Yeah.
I watched. So there's a no clip documentary. I don't know if you knew. I watched the first 7 minutes of it because I didn't want to watch the whole thing to spoil it. But I watched the first part where they're just talking about how they came to the idea. So I watched how they talked about the medieval Japan thing.
Okay, cool, yeah.
And then even how they discovered late game, they were going to introduce the morality system where, you don't have to kill everyone or whatever. And that's probably a good segue to get into how we're going to be playing this game.
Yeah, we're trying to make it interesting.
Yeah, we've decided to give each of us 3 different challenges or, challenge playthroughs. And I guess 2 of them align with what we just mentioned, the morality system. I think it's called high chaos versus low chaos. I think it could change the ending of the game. I don't know too much about it, but Aiden has elected to go basically the high chaos route.
We're killing everybody.
And basically he's going to try to kill everybody.
I'm a man on a mission.
Yeah, not just finish the level with high chaos and killing people, but just trying to kill everyone.
Seeing red, dude. Seeing red.
No restrictions.
We'll see. We'll talk about it, but it definitely does restrict you a little bit.
I imagine there's going to be some parts that make it hard to do.
Some NPCs need to
stay
alive to give you the quest.
And then on my end, I will be trying to do the opposite. So I'll be trying to kill nobody and you'll see how the first episode goes. But I did not do very well. I was sucking at this game, so
Sounds like
kinda-
that's the more difficult.
kind of
difficult
train
path,
was on.
yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get used to how the game works first before I can really do that well. And then Luis, you want to describe how you're gonna be playing the game?
I mean, I'm just not using blades. I'm just using my second weapon or my weapon, my
Your
gun.
little crossbow, your little
Yeah,
gun. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So any abilities, just no sword.
Just the one-armed playthrough. Yeah.
Pretty much, but at the same time, I am kind of like, in a sense, rushing through this a little.
Okay, okay.
Because of that, I can't stick around. Like if all hell breaks loose, I have to book it. I can't win.
What's difficulty everybody playing on?
I think I just chose normal.
Okay,
Same?
I went with hard.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I mean,
Good.
Yeah.
when you're killing everybody, I figured I can bump it up.
Let's
just
add a little
bit.
spice.
So it's not the
Yeah.
hardest difficulty, but
Gotcha.
and that's where I usually go, is like just below hardest difficulty or a little above. But we'll see. I could get my ass handed to me.
So far, it seems like it's gonna be hard enough for me just on normal. Trying
Yeah, there you go.
Not to kill everybody.
Mhm.
But yeah. So like you said, this story involves our lead character Corvo. He was sent out. So at the beginning of the game, he's coming back home, returning to the Empire, I guess.
Yeah, we have no idea what he was doing. Do we?
Visiting other nations in the Empire. He was
Okay.
sent out to. So what he was sent out to do was to go ask the other nations for help in solving the rat plague problem,
Okay.
or see if there was any kind of cure, or
Yeah.
see if there was anything they could help out with. I'm not sure exactly what he was looking for, but he basically comes back empty-handed. I think the other nations are like, "No, we ain't got nothing on this rat plague.
Bubonic plague.
Rats are
yeah.
too strong. Can't nuke
Yeah.
them. Can't set them on fire. Can't stab them. Can't do nothing. They're just gonna
Yeah.
stick around."
Yeah, we'll talk about the rats.
Yeah. So, the first little interlude, you're on a boat coming back home to see the Empress deliver the bad news. The guards, they seem respectful of you. You're
Yeah.
like the Lord Protector. You're like
Yeah.
the main.
Yeah, I got a lot of minor characters introduced here. Who knows if we ever see him again?
Right, the Lord Regent, I think, at one point, and then what's his name, the Overseer or something.
Yeah, High Overseer Campbell.
Oh yeah, High
mhm.
Overseer.
He's getting like a painting done of him.
Yes.
Um,
I walked up. There was like something sitting on the table where he was getting his picture
Mhm.
for his
Yep.
painting, and I took that as like a decanter or something. I just like drank it or something. I don't know what
Oh,
I did. I took it
yeah,
though.
too bad.
I was like, this is something I can take. I'm taking it.
yeah. Yeah, you got like the travel partner. Which, speaking of, like, that was a pretty cool little intro of like getting into the city with
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
the
water
boat.
lock, like
Yeah.
like a Panama Canal like
Oh,
deal
yeah,
where
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you're raising up. That's a pretty cool little world building defense system of the city. I like that.
And the whales, as you're coming in, you see the other boats, and there's like they're holding whales up, like just like
Yeah,
I don't know if they're whaling or if they're transporting the whale. I mean, it's a dead whale, obviously, but
yeah.
I don't know much about the world of this game. I feel like there's something about like whale technology, or like whale oil is like
Yeah.
like one of the main products of the economy or
Something
something.
like that. Some kind of corporate,
Yeah.
19th century wise,
Yeah,
but like,
it's some kind of like futurism, like, oh, what if it wasn't fossil fuels, but it was whale oil
whale
that
oil.
was used?
Yeah.
I think it's something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's definitely dark.
Yeah.
Definitely dark. But yeah, no, we get a lot of character introductions, and then a lot of character See
Deductions.
ya. Yeah, there you go.
You do get a little like tutorial. Did you guys do the little optional like
Did y'all
play
go
with
play?
Emily, hide
Yeah,
and
did you go
seek?
play with Emily?
Yeah. She sucks.
She was not good at all, man. I did
Yeah.
not hide that well, and she did
Yeah.
not try at all. I thought she was at least good. I walked to the corner, like back corner, and hid behind like a little, I don't know, spool of
I
wire
think
or
we were in the
something.
same spot.
And
yeah.
she didn't come in close.
No.
I was watching her the whole time.
It's like
She's
you're not even trying.
I know. She's like, yeah, I'm done. Okay, you can come out. Let's go see Empress.
Um.
So yeah,
Yep.
but I guess a little tutorial on how to
Yeah.
sneak.
Hmm.
So I started out. So you'll see, I started out playing mouse and keyboard, and then about halfway through, or 2/3 of the way through, or something, halfway through, I switched to controller.
Yeah.
So both of you playing on PC?
Yes.
Yeah.
playing on
I'm
PC.
playing on PC. I mean, the game released for Windows when it released, so it's
Gotcha.
very very I guess it's just down to personal preference.
Yeah,
Were you
something
having
didn't
issues with
feel-
it or?
I mean, I was sucking, so yeah. Part of it was like, I think I'm doing so bad, I need to change something. I think something about like I usually don't like games where the crouch button is the C button. I
Oh.
usually like control, but left control is the parry button.
Oh, okay,
the
so you would
sword.
have had to like
I-
redo it.
I did some remapping, like I did use my mouse buttons. You'll see me mess with that, but that also didn't feel right. So I was like, I'm just gonna switch. And like the controller, what were you using, Luis?
I played this on the PS4, so I played they released a newer revamped version. I can't remember when, but
Okay.
on the PS4, and it comes with the DLCs and whatnot.
Okay,
That's the version I'm playing.
Okay,
so
cool.
kind of remastered version.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
I
curious.
mean, I think that's what's on the PC as
that's
well.
I think so.
Probably.
I
I'd
bet.
Been updated. At
I bet
least.
it's been
I'll have to
updated.
check
but
the release date or whatever of it.
Yeah.
Or
Not sure. But anyways, the controller scheme is actually pretty good. It's got like a little left bumper wheel thing, and it feels nice. Something about arcane games always feel weird to me, regardless of like I don't know, I think I might need to change the FOV as well or something because it always just feels weird to me.
yeah,
But
yeah. This is my first arcane game, I believe.
yeah, I've tried some before and I kind of bounced off, so I'm really giving it the big shot here.
Yeah,
Giving it a good
absolutely.
try.
Yeah, this is
Absolutely.
my first one.
But yeah, no, it's been enjoying it so far. But yeah, so we get to
You walk
the
up.
Empress,
Yeah, get to her gazebo.
and we got the
waiting for us.
typical nasty, grotesque looking dude. Was
Yeah.
that the
Was that the Lord Regent or the High Overseer?
Lord Regent, I believe.
Okay, yeah, he's arguing with her and then comes to you and is like, you're early.
Yeah.
Why are you so early? You're going to interfere with my plans to kill this
Yeah,
person.
not obvious at all.
Yeah.
yeah. You need to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the queen or
Empress.
Empress. Sorry.
Yeah.
They were talking about like getting blockades like into the city. Like they're gonna start having issues getting supplies into the city and all that.
Oh, because of the rat plague?
Yeah, all the rat plague. They're gonna stop pretty much, I guess, importing goods or something. I don't know. I didn't get a whole lot of info on that.
Figure something out. These rats are freaking pirating all the shipping lines. We got to solve this crisis.
Yeah. These rats can literally carry you away, apparently. So,
Yeah.
So did y'all, as you're walking up to this, you instantly knew, right? Oh, this guy's a bad guy. This
Oh,
guy's a bad
yeah,
guy.
it's very black and white.
Okay.
Yeah, bald,
I was
scars
like-
on face, definitely bad guy.
Yeah.
The whole time I was walking, I was like, oh, this guy's a bad guy. Obviously, I want to kill him at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, oh, he's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both bad
And
guys.
your character is so far
Silent.
silent.
Yep.
Silent
Yeah.
protagonist.
Mhm.
I don't know if that stays that way, but yeah, overall, I mean, and then of course the assassination. So much for the water lock of people getting in when people can just kind of teleport.
Teleport, yeah.
Yeah. It out of nowhere, everything changes.
Yeah, it's like broad daylight.
Yeah.
Comes in brutal, just right through the gut,
Oh, yeah.
and then bam,
You fend them off
Empress is
at first.
dead.
You fend some people
You
off.
do?
They get you the tutorial with the combat. So Luis, how did you get past this without using your sword?
You have the sword and the gun.
You have the gun.
Yeah,
So
you do.
just
I
shot
think you do
him?
get the
Yeah,
gun.
yeah.
You shot him.
I just shot him.
Okay, good.
That's it.
Don't
I
miss.
forgot about that.
Right.
I was using that gun too. I forgot.
All right, yeah,
'Cause
so
I-
yeah, you do have the
They
gun.
didn't tell you to parry yet, so I was
Yeah.
like, "What the heck?" I
Like a
shoot
little
Han
like-
Solo style.
Yeah.
Bloodborne blunderbuss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
kinda
even
deal.
tells you to use your sword, but I was like,
Yeah,
nope,
yeah, yeah.
just shoot. I just shot everybody. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I just said, I killed those people too because I guess I didn't have any other choice.
Mhm.
And at the beginning, they're like, when you kill them, they disappear. So I'm like, maybe I didn't even kill them. So maybe
Yeah.
it's not on my record.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tutorial. I think
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah, I could have, and then of course, right after assassination, you get your title card,
Yeah.
Dishonored. Like right afterwards, like it's not the strongest intro.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't like it.
I think they could have done a little more to kind of
it was just rushed.
build up
Yeah.
some characters. Yeah.
I think
they're-
that's how it was with video games back then. Like intros like this, they just probably some producer or someone was like, "It's too long. We need to cut it down." The
Yeah.
gamers want a game.
We
They're
wanna
not
get
here
to-
for to
which-
watch a movie.
I absolutely respect. I respect that for sure. But yeah, if I'm I just don't care.
We're kind of used to games these days that have like a longer intro, more
that's true.
in-depth
That's true.
freaking-
So, but I'm sure we'll get some more as we go along. Maybe they just kind of took some out of the front and kind of spaced out some of the story in there. So,
we'll see.
Yeah,
Don't know too much so far.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
but lots to discover. But yeah, those two bad guys, definitely bad guys. They instantly try to frame you. It's like, well, he killed her.
And then it's like, where did everybody go? You literally turn around and it's literally no one's like, how did everyone disappear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like broad daylight, gazebo.
No one's around. It's like, this is
the bad guy's like, hey, quick, go hide, so we don't have any witnesses.
It just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Literally, we're like shooting guns on the rooftops.
Exactly.
It's like, you see, like servants,
we came up a tower that's literally right over there.
And the guy
so many
painting
people.
the painting, he didn't hear the gunshots.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it was again, yeah, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
had to get through it. Had to get to the action.
But yeah,
we get captured, sent to prison. 6 months later, for some reason, they are drawing this out. They want to execute us, but they can't do it unless they wait 6 months first. I guess
we're high profile.
Yeah,
we were the.
They don't want to. They want to make it solid, concrete.
Let us suffer a little bit, I guess.
I mean, yeah, we're being tortured.
You get branded. I'm pretty sure.
True, yeah.
Like, I don't know what, but
trying to get you to sign a confession, I think, and you don't do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
so
yeah,
because you're innocent, obviously.
Yeah, it's a setup. It's all set up.
And of course, it's the two guys that were like, "Oh, yep, they set us up.
Yep.
They're right there." Yep.
Confirmed.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're in your cell, and guard comes by. He's like, "Yo, food, eat this. It's from a friend." And well, lo and behold, it has a key and a message from your secret admirer.
Yeah, man. Got a team. You got a team already ready to bust you out.
Yeah, they didn't believe the lies. They knew you were goody. And you'll probably see in my footage that my brightness is way too low. And I will alleviate this at some point, but it will be not for a while. So apologies for that. It was way too dark. At first I was like, oh, it's so dark and moody. This is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then later I was like, no, I just can't see anything. So I turned it up. And it's still pretty dark, but it's not as dark.
Tune in for the next episode.
Yeah, you'll see the point where I decided to turn it up. But yeah, so you get out. Okay, so this first part, open the door. You're in this little chamber. No, there's like other prisoners in there. They'll talk to you. Hey, yo, kill all the guards for me.
Yeah, they're certainly not. You're certainly not trying to be quiet or anything.
Yeah. Yep.
At least they're not like, hey, he's over here.
Yeah,
they're pretty chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, so immediately after that, in the next room, there's what, 2 guards, I think.
3.
Yeah,
is it 3?
3. There is.
So there's one standing right. His back is towards you, and then there's the 2 patrolling.
Okay.
Yeah. So I I get out and I'm like, looking around a little bit, and then I see the guard, and I'm just like, all right, here we go. It begins. and I knife him right there, and then he like drops, and then I like grab his body and like pull him into the room with me.
Nice.
And then I'm kind of like looking around the corner, and the dude, one of the guards comes back and just sits there in the direction of where the guard was and starts saying something. I don't even know. And I was like, oh, okay, nice. And then I just go in there and knife the other 2.
So we all picked up the sword and we just.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you did it stealthily, it sounds like, Aiden, or no?
Yeah, I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible
Okay.
throughout this playthrough. Yeah.
I mean,
while also killing it.
You'll see the footage, listeners, and I swear I am too, but it doesn't look like it.
Sometimes, you kind of lose your patience a little bit. And you're like, all right, let's just get in there.
Okay, so what I did is I came behind the first guy, and they told me, I think they tell you how to choke him out,
kill him
non-lethally.
Yeah, non-lethal.
So I did that. I grabbed the guy, start choking him out. He goes down. I'm like, okay, so far so good. I'm doing great. And then I try to do the hold F key to grab his body, and I'm like, grab his body, but then I guess they saw me, and it was like too dark for me to see where they were and how they saw me, but they saw me, so I was like running back. They didn't it wasn't like a full blown cover, so I was able to get him back into the first room, laid him down, but then the guard was coming, and I can't remember, you'll see, but they rushed me, and I just had to kill him.
Yeah.
So they're dead. So that's two dead guys. One guy not dead, just knocked out.
Okay.
So I'm saving some people, just not all of them.
All right.
Luis, how did you handle that?
Right. So I picked up a sword and I was like, I can't use this thing. So when you walk up to him and it tells you non-lethal kill or lethal kill, I was like, all right, non-lethal. Man, hopefully I don't stab this guy.
Yeah.
And then same thing happened. I picked them up and I moved them in front of one of the jail cells, and the guy starts talking.
Mm.
But I guess that one of the guys that was patrolling came back and saw me or something. I don't know what caused them to rush me,
Yeah.
but they rushed me and I died.
Oh,
You
okay.
died?
Yeah, I can't use the sword, so I was like,
Damn.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So you
So I-
retried.
So I retried, and then I did the stealth. I killed the first guy again, and then
Yeah.
I watched and actually saw what they're doing and killed the other two.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. There's also like a keyhole mechanic little thing. You
Yeah.
kind of scope out the room.
I tried that a little bit.
I tried that everywhere. I was
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like it.
Mhm.
I haven't made too much use of it yet, but I'm sure there'll be opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So the next part, you're moving through and you get to where you can find like a pistol.
Yep.
I think you get your
It's like
gun.
an equipment room or something.
Yeah, there's like a little equipment room.
Yeah, you're going back to your interrogation room to find the.
Well, you get something, and then you're like walking back, and there's new guards. There's like another set of guards.
So you go to interrogation room and pick up a bomb.
That's what
Pick
it
up a
is.
bomb.
Yeah,
You pick up a bomb. There's a
Okay.
safe.
Yeah, right.
Safe. You go to the safe. You pick up a bomb, and also along the way, have you ever picking up these coins?
Absolutely. I'm looter, man.
I was gonna say
I don't know what they're used for, but
and
I'm picking them
also,
up.
are you looting from the guards?
Yeah. Yeah, they got the little pack.
So
Yeah.
you're not only gonna kill everyone, you're gonna loot them and then kill everybody.
Or just kill them and loot them. You know, you
Oh,
can
you're
do
gonna.
either or.
I was wondering. I was curious to
I
see.
pickpocketed and I was like, well, if I'm just gonna kill them,
I'm curious to see if you gain more or not, or if it's.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I might
Okay.
try that out. I haven't had the opportunity
Yeah.
to successfully do that yet. So
Okay.
So up to that point, okay. So you get past the first room, and then I think there's one more guard before you get to the interrogation room, and it's just in the hallway or
Well,
something.
I had two or three more guards before I got to the interrogation room. So I don't know where they were, but
There's one behind a door that where I used the keyhole, and he's just standing above. And
Yeah.
then there's another one in another hallway.
well, I was above them because you go up,
Yep.
get the gun, then
Mhm.
you're above them,
Mhm.
and they're walking towards where I hid the bodies from my first killing spree.
No,
So
you
they
gotta hide those
find the bodies and they're like, "Oh God, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you." So I, oh shit. So I try to get those guys. I'm on the upper part. I'm gonna drop down and try to choke him out. It messes up. I drop down. Maybe he turns around instantly, or I just make noise.
Tommy just ends up killing
And
everybody.
then I have to kill him and the other guy. So now I've killed 3 more people.
Dang, dude.
And I'm not
body count stacking up.
I'm pretty sure if you get seen, more enemies spawn. So that
Okay.
might be why I'm seeing
So
different
that might
counts than
be-
you.
That might be what's going on.
So I didn't get seen at all for that second pass.
That's probably what happened then.
But that's
Uh,
that's funny. Yeah,
yes.
and
So another thing about this, so I'm not save scumming. Like,
oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I should. You guys let me know. But like, if I mess up, I'm just gonna handle it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you didn't pass the game, Tommy.
Right. So
Yeah.
I could fail at my
Yeah.
challenge.
You're just a 50% gamer. It's fine.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
try. But
Right,
I'm not
right.
gonna like. I think it's more entertaining to just like.
Yeah, yeah.
try
I
it.
think it's just kind of go with the blows and
Yeah.
adapt.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try to get better. I promise. But this first mission was not good.
It is
Yeah,
kind of a
sure.
tutorial because it tells you, do this.
Yeah.
And then
Like there's
so
things
it's
that it probably makes you do just to like
right. Yeah.
get used to it. But
But yeah. Anyways, interrogation room.
Yeah,
get
you
the
pick up the bomb. Did y'all listen to the audio recording
Yes. Yes.
in there?
I did not. no.
Okay, yeah. I was curious, apart from the coins, if you're actually looking at other things, because I couldn't really tell that the coins were collectibles unless I'm right next to them. I can't see them from. I don't know if there's something pinging
Since
you.
my brightness was so low, they were glowing, so I could see them.
Oh, so they are glowing.
They glow a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've noticed that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've been collecting all the coins. I've been eating all the food. Every time I see something I can eat, I'm just eating it. I
When you
don't know why
mentioned
not.
when you mentioned the whales, I think one of the things you pick up are like a whale tin
Yeah,
can.
yeah,
Yeah, you pick up like it's like a lot of canned fish.
Hey.
A
and
lot of
whales
canned.
and whale
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
did either of you play What Remains of Edith Finch?
Not yet.
I watched.
I'm going to.
Okay, there's it reminds there's a section, I think it's like the brother.
Yeah.
Or whatever, who worked in like a cannery or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Anyway, it just really reminds me of that
Oh,
section
really?
of the game where it's like, oh, this canned fish, because you have to like
Yeah,
I won't spoil it, but yeah, it's
I
like
watched a playthrough of it, so
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's reminding me of that kind of industrial
yeah,
Mm.
for sure.
feel of it.
Yeah, a lot of canned food. I'm eating all of it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it heals you,
like
but
that, yeah.
I'm just eating it.
yeah.
Yeah, you
right.
just
yeah.
auto eat. You can't. There's no
There's,
hoarding.
there's no
Yeah,
holding.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
there
I didn't
is-
realize that. I thought I was like, oh, I'm stocking up for
Yeah.
because I was at full health, and I was like, oh, thank God I'm stocking up because I really need this.
You're just
now-
like slamming it down.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you're just lying
I'm just
around.
overweight.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this point.
just-
Yeah. I think there are potions that you do hold on to.
Yes.
Yes.
But
There's
yeah,
this
all
little.
the food you just
Yeah,
eat.
little-
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, the audio recording was another little discussion between the spy master
Yes.
and the overseer about
yes.
getting him to sign the confession.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, we've been torturing him for so long. He's not going to do it. He's too strong." He's like, "It would have been nice to get it done, but we don't have to."
hmm And I was after hearing that, I was like, "This is all he needs to prove his innocence.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he
Right, just
take it?
take
With,
that.
why doesn't he just take this?"
There you go, open and shut case.
So
Game over.
I
Done.
thought he was gonna take it, or it's gonna be a collectible. But
Damn.
nope, it's just I can hear it again. I was like, okay,
That's
no.
funny.
hilarious. Yep.
Game over.
That would have been that's smart. You know what? Plot hole discovered. And see if we can find some more.
That's it.
There's another note in here, like a readable text
Yep.
about the trials of aptitude that I read. I didn't really understand it because I don't know what an overseer is, but there's like,
Yeah.
children exhibit these qualities and then we study them and then put them through some kind of trial. Some of them die, or some of them we kill if they don't pass. If they do pass, they're going to become overseers. But it sounds all like mystical and stuff, but I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, a little lore.
Yeah.
So I get the bomb, or we get the bomb. We're leaving. I'm opening the door out of the interrogation room, and I see a dude. I'm like, oh shit! I turn around, and there's like bottles, and I think it tells you like, oh, you can throw bottles to lure guards or distract them or something. Like, okay, I'm gonna use this bottle. I go back, and the guard isn't there anymore. I think he was actually walking away from me, but I thought he was walking towards me. So like, oh shit, I gotta get ready. He's about to be in here. But no, he was like nowhere to be found. And I even threw the bottle, and I was like, "Is he coming? Is he
Just
coming?"
nothing.
And there's nothing. I started peeking around. I was like, "What the hell? Is he not even here?" I swore I saw a guy, but I think he walked down the stairs into the prison yard, and that's where you go next. Is down there.
Yeah, he's down there with another guy,
Yeah.
and I also thought he would walk back because I saw him walk down. I was like, all right, he's coming back. Once he gets back up here, I got him.
Yeah,
I think I stood there for 2 minutes just
Yeah.
waiting, and he never walks back up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did a lot of waiting on guards in this mission. More so later when I
Yeah.
started to get trying harder to not kill anyone.
Yeah, you're
but,
just trying to figure out their walking patterns, and
yeah, it's
which some of them are
kind of weird.
kind of weird.
They-
Yeah, not
they are weird.
predictable,
Mhm.
which is cool. I
Yeah.
like it.
But yeah, so I get more bottles. I take them out there, try to lure them with that, but it doesn't seem very effective. They like look towards it, like, oh, there's a sound over there, and then they don't care anymore. So okay, well, I'm just gonna sneak by them. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to knock them out. I screwed up last time. The last few times, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna completely sneak around them and not kill them.
AI
Yeah.
hasn't changed. You
Yeah.
know, to be fair, we're still getting
Yeah.
some janky AI in this.
Did you guys kill those people?
The bottom two
Or-
people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
This is where I completely this is where I realized, oh god, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, I alerted them, and then not only those two, but 4
Oh,
other guys
inside.
came
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I died. No,
yeah.
no, it was rough. And then I realized I can run, and I had to like run and shoot. I pick up a gun somewhere, and I had to run and shoot. But
Okay.
it was
Full alert.
it's rough.
I
Yeah.
think the gun actually makes a lot of noise. I
It does
figured
make
out
a
that
lot of noise
draws more
because
people.
2 more people showed up out of nowhere. I was like, oh god,
Yeah. Yeah, I might do knife only, honestly.
really?
Unless like they're coming after me, then I'll hit them. But like, I was able to
Kill
get
the
through.
I
Both
can't
those
remember if I
guys.
did have the gun or not for this section. Actually, I might have realized like it was rough. That's all I remember is it was rough, and I had to
Mm.
didn't work.
Yeah,
out
this
well.
was the first part where I had to use the gun. Actually, I was like,
Oh, you
like,
did.
He was
Okay,
like
so we
running
did
at me, and
have
I
it.
was like,
Okay, yeah, we did have it then. Because I was trying to remember if I used bottles. Because I also was trying to figure out how to use the bottle. Because like, oh, this will be useful to get them somewhere, and then I can knock them out.
Mm,
And you're right. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. Yeah.
Maybe it'll work better other times. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, get through that. So then you're in like the little. Once you get through the prison yard, you're in another like room with the control room where you're trying to open this gate, and there's like 3 more guards. I think
Yeah.
there's like one
Mhm.
walking back and forth. There's one in the room, and then is there another one?
I think it's only 2.
There's only 2. Okay. So this one, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try again. Stealth it out. I'm gonna knock this guy out that's walking back and forth. I end up sneaking, getting around him, and then I wait for him to come to the end of the room next to the door we're trying to open, and I'm able to knock him out. I'm like, hell yeah, I got him. I hide his body behind like one of those like literally like Gears of War cover, just like randomly there. I'm like, okay, just gotta get the guy in the control room. So I'm like, wait for him
Easy.
to turn around. This is gonna be so easy. I open the door, walk in there. I'm following him. It's once again, it's super freaking dark because my brightness isn't high enough. I'm right behind him, and I'm like, okay, I should wait for I'm waiting to see the prompt, like the little context sensitive thing that'll come up and say, okay, now grab him and choke him out. It never comes up, and then half a second later, he's alerted, and I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do? I think he turned around like as soon as he stopped walking. When I was gonna grab him, he must have turned around and saw me because I was crouched. I didn't do anything unless like you accidentally parrying makes a sound, but I ended up killing him.
Dang.
So that's another dead person. And then we opened the gate. So how did you guys get? Let's go through that. How did you guys get through those two guys?
He's just killing everybody.
Well, I mean, stealthily. I think I did this one pretty well. I think I
did you both of you went through the door? So I accidentally went through the pipes.
There's pipes.
You can climb up a pipes and you end up like on top of them.
What?
You go over the fence. I didn't know. I just saw there. There's that little red where you can climb this area.
Yeah.
So I went up that way, and I just was like, okay, this can't be right. But I just kept going on the pipes, and I realized, oh, this is a stealth approach. And yeah, I was on top of the guy that kept walking back and forth.
What?
Nice.
I did not know this.
Pretty sick.
So then I dropped down and I stealthed that guy, and then I stealthed the other guy, and then you can close the door that leads to the other guards, so they won't rush in.
Okay.
And then open the other one.
Yeah, I think I forgot to close that door, and you'll realize shortly that was a mistake, and that my non-kill list is decreasing.
Yeah.
But
I didn't. That was not the plan. I was just like, oh, I wonder what's up here, and then I realized, oh, this is.
Oh yeah. That was easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, that's that's the testament to really good level design, even in the first level.
Yeah.
It's giving you multiple ways to approach it, however you want to go about it.
Yeah, I completely missed that. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open better.
I do wish, because it is the first level, they would have said, hey, there's 2 ways or something.
Yeah.
But it was cool to find it.
Keep the eyes peeled. Yeah.
Hey, now we know. The water cooler talk. We've gained knowledge from our shared experience. Okay, so we open the big door. Everyone opens the big door.
You blow it up, but
2 more cards. Well, there's the door and then the wall you blow up, right?
Oh yeah.
So we open the big door. There's 2 more guards in there, right? For me, there was.
I think we're talking about 2 different parts.
So we're in the control room. We killed the guard doing the back and forth, and there's a guard in the control room, and then there's a lever you pull to open a sliding door. Am I crazy? You guys not see this?
I might just not remember that.
Or is there another way around it? It's like a really big. Like,
now you really got me thinking.
How would you not see it? It's like huge door. It makes a sound. It's like clack 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 clack.
Right, that's the door I'm thinking of. The close that blocks you from everybody else. So I'm like, that's what I was like. What are we talking about?
Okay, well, you got in there, killed those 2 guys.
Yeah.
Then close that big door.
But then the other door, then there's not another room. There's just that big wall.
The wall you blow up.
Yep.
Well, there was a big door.
There was a big door. I do. Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
Oh, yeah, you are not crazy.
Yeah, there was a big door.
So the door I left open was the door way back when, after you get out of the outside area and you're in the control room area, I left that door open. So when I opened the big sliding door, 2 more guards, I was able to get one stealthily. I drag him back, pull him aside, and then I think what happens? The other guy sees me, or maybe I think he sees me or something, or I distract him. So he's coming over here. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get this guy stealthily.
You knocked out the first 2 people at the very beginning of the mission, right?
The very beginning of the mission.
Yeah.
I ended up knocking out one of them and killed 2 other people.
Did you unlock that door to get back to that area?
I think so. I didn't realize it was circular.
I think they time out. I think he might get back up at some point.
Oh, you think
that's
so?
what I'm curious about. Because
so maybe I killed everyone, is what you're saying.
I think
woke up and I killed them.
I think you came back.
Same guy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay. Well, there was the 2 guys in the yard, and I just didn't do anything with them. I left them there.
Yeah.
I think I messed up on the final group of guys before you blow up the wall. I messed up on those guys because the guy came around. He came around the corner too fast. Okay, I was gonna wait for him. He was gonna come around. I was gonna grab him. I didn't realize he was gonna be so aggro. He came around so fast. He was alerted.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
I had to freaking shoot him.
Yeah.
So then I shoot my gun and it makes a loud noise. So there's two guards. I left the door open. The two guards outside in the yard. They come running in. I have to kill those guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit! I killed everybody.
It's over, dude.
Yeah. So this no kill run is not going well.
Yeah, it's okay. You'll adapt. You'll adapt.
I am curious. I'm gonna test that out though, if they do stand up. Because I remember opening that door and I had non-lethally taken the guy out and he wasn't there. So I was like, oh, did the level reset or what happened to this
I
guy?
don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But okay, so we blow up the wall. Wall's blown up, and then immediately there's like they just spawn like 6 guards that are just start running at you, and that doors
Yeah.
are open.
Yeah.
So then you have to jump off, or there's little stairs. I actually ran down the little stairs before jumping off. But then you jump off into the water, and then you go to the sewers.
Yep.
And
Into
you're
the
in the sewers. And this is like the actual like proper. Well, I don't know. This all pre stuff is kind of tutorialization, but now you're like, okay, here's
They're starting to
start using some of the tools you've
Yep.
learned now. Oh, and we get in the sewers and there's some guards and they mention how many people I've killed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it's just they just go into it like, man, James, he was just about to get off on pension.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, this Corvo guy, he's killed so many guards. He must have killed the Empress because he's so evil.
yeah.
So I'm like, crap.
Yeah.
You've really messed up.
Your meter's
Yeah.
ticking.
So I'm assuming the same thing happened for you, Aiden.
Yeah.
Did you have that, or were you low chaos at this point, Luis?
I can't remember the discussions. I remember kind of rushing through this
Okay.
area and then
Mm-hmm.
the rats.
But I guess so. At this point, how many people have you killed, Luis?
Oh, actually killed? No, I did. I probably killed 4.
Okay. So he probably would have said you killed people then.
Yeah.
But
It was.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so this part,
Yeah. You get into the sewers. Dude, these rats.
dude, they got no
That's
joke.
These rats are no joke.
Yeah.
They got no
I
joke.
sat there and watched them just
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, how long does this go on? And
yeah,
they're
it kept going
Straight
until
back.
there was nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strip that meat off the bone.
Yeah,
man.
dude. So, because I remember seeing the rats everywhere, and I was like, "Is there some kind of
Mhm.
mechanic with this?"
Yeah.
Which
Turns
we
out.
get introduced to a little mechanic in this game, where you got rats and they'll kill
Yeah,
you,
rats.
but you get dead bodies, or you
Yeah.
can use dead bodies to distract.
Distracting, yeah. Use it as like meat for a guard dog.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So, because like the big one where they're like, yeah, just we'll throw the bodies down here or whatever. And I had to like time it right because opening like the
the door.
sluices or whatever you
Yeah,
call them, or
yeah.
the cages or whatever, takes time. So you have to like, I remember like throwing one body over here. And then like they're going, and then I'm like, okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw one behind that, so they're
Yeah, kind of make a little assembly
Yeah.
line for them. to
yeah,
move
yeah,
through.
yeah. And then I went and did it. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool little mechanic.
There was so before that part though, when you're going through the little first part of the sewers, there is another note. Did you miss that one too, Aiden?
No,
You got that one?
I've been good on the notes.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. So yeah, this one's like Damon's journal. It was called. There's this couple of dead bodies you
Yep.
find, and they're like, we didn't have enough money to afford an elixir. Now we gotta go down here. I think we have the plague. The guards will kill us if they see us
Yep.
up in the city, so we gotta hide down here.
Yeah, just further, just darkness.
Building that
world building. Yep.
Yeah, so there's some kind of elixir, I guess, that can cure you or prevent the plague. I don't know. I think the guards that were dumping the bodies mention it because they're not supposed to be dumping them there. That's some illegal dumping going on.
They're like, I'm not bringing them over there.
Yeah, that's too.
Yeah. Speaking of illegal dumping, there's literal it's like an underground city in the sewers.
Oh, yeah,
There's like
it's like-
literal like street signs and no dumping signs. Actually, it's funny you mention that.
And like little dudes that like been hiding out or living down there and setting booby traps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because right after that door part, there's freaking
Yeah.
booby traps.
Which is there a point where you can just disarm it, or
Well, it's funny you say that because I saw the first little trip line and I walk up to it. Okay, it says trigger. Maybe that lets me
Yeah,
disarm
I
it.
did the same
I do
exact
it and it freaking shoots me in the face. I was like, I guess what was I expecting?
I did the exact same thing. I guess I was thinking like I don't know what games do that, where you just have to
You can
walk
just-
up to it and disarm it, and it
Just
goes.
cut
No,
the
you
wire.
can disarm them.
Okay.
You just-
Skyrim is like that. We can just
Yeah.
Just cut
disarm
it.
You don't disarm the tripwire. You disarm what shoots
The
at
actual
you.
shooter, you can do that.
Oh, so you just gotta jump over it. You gotta go to the other
Yeah.
side.
Or you gotta evade it
when
some way.
when it doesn't even matter, you can just jump
Yeah.
over it. But
Yeah.
okay.
But I think it gives you loot or something. Like you get some kind of resource. from
Yeah,
doing
I
that,
can't remember.
think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I just remember doing it. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then picking up. I think the one of this arm was right after or right before I pick up the crossbow.
Oh yeah, you get the hidden stash of weapons. From
Yeah.
your friends.
Yeah.
Another
Crossbow
letter.
and better. It was like what was it called? Knife blade or
Yeah, you get your little retractable sword thing. I don't remember what it's
Yeah,
called.
when we get to
or
your loot.
Assassin's Creed coming out the wrist.
Yeah.
Nah, not like that.
But in this note, they kind of identifies themselves more as like loyalists or people, servants of the true empress.
yeah,
And they believe you that you're not a killer,
underground.
even though I killed 10 people.
It's fine. That was tutorial.
Right. One of the items, so I'm just picking up everything. I'm guessing you guys are too.
Yep.
As long as you see it. And I found this one thing called hemlock essence, and I pick it up and it just turns into money.
Yeah,
It's just like a
seems
valuable.
Like there's just
So I
no
don't know what that is, but
nothing really unique. It's just
might be some.
I don't remember.
it's just generic
Yeah.
item that costs
money.
money, and he just gives you the money.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
So
And then, so this is finally where I realize I need to turn up my brightness because you find the first safe in the game. And this
Yeah.
is like a callback to Sly Cooper.
yeah, dude. Yeah, we're
doing
back.
safes again. We're back doing safes again.
Yeah, that's how I wrote down puzzles. We're gonna have some light
Yeah.
puzzles in here.
These seem a little more involved. Where you actually have to figure out the combination.
Yeah,
It's not just finding
instead
clues
of
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bentley
telling you what
setting
the
you up.
combination is.
But yeah, I thought that was funny. We had to literally type
Spit it
down
out.
the combination.
So, did you guys immediately see where the combination was?
No,
Okay.
no. I had read the hint.
Yeah.
And it was like look to the whiskey, and I like walked around for 15,
Yeah, I was
20
like, where's
seconds.
this whiskey? I see
Yeah, yeah,
bottles
yeah.
everywhere. I'm picking up bottles. Like, is
Yeah.
it written on the bottle? No.
Yeah, and then I see behind it was the shelf and everything with the whiskey bottles.
Yeah, okay, go. You go.
I completely
Luis.
passed over. I was like, oh, I gotta look for something. I'm not gonna look for something now.
I
I
think
mean,
it's just health and money or something.
Yeah, there
like
wasn't.
that.
Yeah,
there wasn't
yeah.
much in there. I don't think. But I could not find it. It was too dark. Couldn't see anything.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
could
ended
see
up
that.
looking it up, and I was like, "Oh, it's just a cabinet right behind it." I'm like,
Yeah,
"What?"
yeah.
I could. There's just a black wall to me. So I turned up my brightness. I'm like,
Jeez.
"Oh crap, it's there." So then I was like,
That's
"Crap."
funny.
So I left my brightness up after that.
That's funny.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's really funny.
So you'll see me struggling to figure that out. Maybe I'll cut some of it out if
Mm.
it takes too long. All right. So once you do that, you're dropping down. And for the last part of the mission, you got one more group of guards to go through. Who wants to go first on how they handled this?
I mean, yeah,
I did what I had to do.
walk
Just crossbow.
walk behind him, knife him. Got caught by a couple of dudes, just parried and
Okay, just fighting. 'em.
sliced him.
The crossbow is so much better than the
There's
gun.
different ammo
It feels
types.
a lot better.
It was. I was like, oh, I can do this now. I before I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do the gun thing. It's gonna
Yeah.
be ridiculous. But the crossbow,
Yeah, the crossbow feels a lot better.
and you can get back your ammo if you loot them.
Yeah.
Not always,
Yeah.
not always. I don't know what the percentage is, but I did get it back a couple times because
But
I was
yeah.
concerned I was gonna run out.
Yeah, but like you were saying, Tommy, there's like different types. There's different types of bolts.
Yeah, the sleep darts, the normal darts, and the explosive ones. Did you guys use any of those?
No, I didn't use.
I didn't know there was different.
I'm
I just
I haven't tried
I'm
them
a
yet.
hoarder, so if
Yeah.
I only use it if I really need it.
So I mean, I look at those. I take one look at the normal darts and explosive darts. I'm like, I guess I'm never using those because I'm not killing anybody. Asterisk.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
just waiting for that little like gaggle of
yeah. So I'm
grow eyes.
like,
I'm just gonna
so
boom.
I'm like, I'm maxing out sleep darts. That's gonna be my guy. I'm gonna be sleep dart guy. Which I should have just used all of them on this group, but I was like, I'm gonna save them. I'm not gonna use them unless I have to.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna do this stealthy.
Something tells me the game's gonna give you plenty of.
where were they? So you had to pick them up. The
I
different.
think they
you
give
had-
them to you as soon as you
Yeah.
get the crossbow.
Yeah, you have them.
You just have to. So like I was controller at this point, so I did left bumper, and then it just shows you I
On the
think,
wheel?
different ammo
Mm.
types.
No, no.
And you
just-
can like assign them to your hotkey or whatever.
Mm.
Okay, so from my experience, so it sounds like you guys both just did open combat, did
Yeah,
try to stuff.
yep,
So
mhm.
I was doing this, and I realized, oh, I can climb on the pipe. Okay, well, I knock out the first guy that's like all by himself.
Mhm.
that guy's like, doing great. I'm doing great again. Not killing anybody. This is great.
Get some rat on a stick.
Yeah.
Keep
It's a
moving
new,
on.
it's a new Tommy. He's done killing. He's not gonna do it anymore.
Yeah.
We're great.
We're
I-
worried about
I eat his rat on
a
stick.
plague, and we're
Yeah.
eating
Yeah,
rat.
I immediately
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Knock him out. Immediately eat all his food. And then I'm like, so then there's like pipes going up, and I get on the pipes, and I realize, well, I could just stealth, just not even mess with them, just walk past them, just get past, don't even do anything. And I'm like, well, that's too easy. I can't just trivialize it. I got to interact with the guards. It'll be boring if I do a no-kill run and never even talk there or do anything with the guards. So I'm okay, well, let's do one more try. I'm going to try to take them all out stealthily. And I'm sitting up on the pipes trying to like watch their movement patterns. I have this one guy, like the first guy, he's like, all right, he's going to be my first target. I just got to wait for this other guy to stop freaking looking at him. I'm waiting so long. He keeps getting closer. And they're talking about, hey, man, can I borrow half your elixir ration? He's like, I don't want to give you anything. Shut up. So they're not friends. But he keeps coming closer. He gets by the fire. He's like warming his hands by the fire. I was like, okay, well, screw it. Screw that guy. He's not looking. I'm going to kill this first guy. I jump down. Same thing happens. I can't freaking... so I don't know what's happening, but I can't choke him out. The context little menu button's not coming up. He turns, and
I'd
I
love
have
to just watch
him.
you play this.
So I kill that guy, and then the other guy sees me. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to kill the rest of them. I use the sleep darts on them.
There
So
you
I
go.
sleep dart. I parry, sleep dart, parry, sleep dart. So I knock him out. Only one guy killed that time.
Okay.
So then I finished the level.
Yeah. So maybe once you start to get some more tools, it might
Yeah.
level out. You might have
We'll
a better
see.
time.
What do
yeah.
you think of the parry? Now that you mentioned that,
I like it.
Yeah, I think it feels.
you
fun.
like it?
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Didn't
Really?
like it.
I mean, it's not like a Dark Souls parry or anything like that. But anyway, it felt pretty good.
I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
I am glad it exists. I'm just like, I don't know. I could also be like, I don't know. This first person view combat is a little odd to me.
Yeah, you can't really see the
It-
animation as well.
Yeah,
but-
Right.
I think I need to change my FOV slider. I think something felt.
Can
like,
you?
I think
don't-
you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, you
in the
can. Okay.
PC version at least. I don't
Yeah.
know if you
I'll have
can
to
on-
look because I was like something felt off. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do well in combat. I'm glad I'm just using the gun, but I was like, either way, I think this just feels
Yeah.
weird with the parry. The
Mm.
the parry was the thing I could not figure it
I
out.
don't think I was doing particularly good at the parrying, but I like.
I only got it once, and then it says like after you parry him, it's like, oh, you
Oh,
cause
yeah.
him to stumble. You could do
Yeah.
like an instant kill or something.
Yeah.
I was
Which
like,
I'm wondering if because the tutorial if that one was like a better,
right,
like an easier.
I don't know, but it was
I
just
think
like,
you can just block as well. Like you don't have to time it perfectly just to block.
yeah, you can just block, but
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I'll say it doesn't feel like super perfect to me, but I'm glad it exists.
the only time I really had to do that is when I was being rushed with like two dudes. So I was like, I can't just block. I have to like parry one and then
yeah.
deal with the other one. So I
I
was
have
like,
to like backpedal and try to
Yeah,
get him
yeah.
in a line.
but no, yeah, it felt a little odd.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try this just gun another mission, but if not, I might switch to not being seen and not killing.
Okay.
Oh shit, that'd be tough.
Yeah, not being seen is the one I was like, I don't know if I can not be seen.
Yeah,
Complete ghost. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be tough. Anyways,
a lot of bottle throwing.
Right. Well, I was
distracting,
trying to figure out
yeah,
because
yeah.
I was curious. I was like, because of that whole pipe section. I was like, oh, I could have just gone. I think I could have just cleared the whole thing,
Mhm.
yeah,
so they would have noticed I was there. So I was like, oh,
Nice.
true.
we'll see.
But I want you to suffer, Luis.
I was concerned with the gun, but definitely the crossbow's like, oh, now that I
think
know,
I think you get like magic powers at some point too.
you do. Yeah,
And I'm hoping you get like smoke bombs. I feel like smoke bombs would work great because then if I get
There's
caught,
one
can
thing
throw
I
a smoke bomb
really
down and
need,
run away.
and I know we're about to get it, so I'm like,
Okay,
I need it.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, we met Samuel at the end of this.
Samuel.
Samuel.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Samuel.
Yeah. We have a nice little boat ride, and this is where I was like, let's experiment. I get to the shore and I'm like, all right, let's just see what's going on. Boom, knife him, just falls out. And I'm like, oh, and it waits a second.
Wow.
It was like, dude falls flat on the beach and I'm like, oh, that's how this is gonna go. And then it fails me. But I thought like I was gonna be able to like, it was gonna be hardcore and I was gonna be killing NPCs all game. But
Dang.
it does fail you.
Okay, so there will be limited.
There's gonna be a lot of trial and error.
Well, Love it, love it.
I just thought it was hilarious because like get off the boat and he's like, follow me, and I'm just
My new friend.
yeah, just face down in the sand. But,
So you had to redo. What is it? Where do you?
oh,
respawn?
I mean, it spawns you right when you get off the boat. It's just,
okay.
It's just that's the beginning of the mission bit.
No, I was curious. Yeah.
yeah. But then we get to the Hound's Pit Pub, or
Yes.
or we're going to
We're
that
going to it.
next.
Yeah, and on the way he talks about we're the loyalists, and you're gonna meet the leader or the I forget his name.
Yeah, I think I ended at 17, 18 kills.
Oh, the scoreboard. Yeah. At the end.
Yeah.
10
Tommy?
kills. 10 kills.
10 kills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
High chaos.
Oh,
Mission
yeah,
failed.
Definitely
Mission
high chaos
failed.
for me. There's also like a collectible screen.
Yeah.
There is.
I can't remember exactly what it said, but I was
There was like a couple of different things.
There's like 4 things you can find within a
And
mission.
I got almost none of them.
okay,
What?
yeah.
I didn't think there were any. I think the only
was
one
it
that there
0 to
was.
0?
Yeah,
I think,
0-0. Maybe there's not
okay.
any.
I think
that
there was
level.
one for the coins. The amount of coins you get.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
I think-
there's a maximum amount you can get in a
Yes,
level.
yeah.
And how many did you get?
Yeah. I think there was one for the safe too.
Challenge accepted.
That's why I was like the coin one. I definitely won't be able to do. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know
I'll
how.
try it.
Nah, we're thorough. I'll be thorough.
You'll be thorough. Oh, you
pickpocket.
killed
I mean,
everybody.
I'm killing everybody,
You-
so I can just kind of walk back
True.
around. And,
You should be having your pockets full by the end of it.
no, but yeah, no.
But yeah, no. So far, I think hearing that there's some different sections, I'm excited to see how much how much freedom the game gives you.
Yeah.
See how many tools you get,
Oh, yeah.
and paths, and I'm interested to see the level design
And maybe
see.
even like, I guess you're getting money. Maybe you can spend it on like upgrades and stuff. Like
maybe I don't know. That's always a fun guess. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, less like Cooper. No.
yeah,
This one, yes.
yeah. So
No, yeah. Overall, I thought it was combat's. I don't know. It's still.
Yeah, I
up
think
in
it'll
the
take some
air.
getting used to. It definitely feels weird, but
yeah. Man, the goal
Stealth-
for me is no combat. Just
Just I mean, just full on combat.
assassinate.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Assassination.
It is definitely a stealth game, and I have enjoyed that part.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
It's
I agree.
it's
mhm.
cool.
looting
excited.
keyhole mechanism. That's
Yeah, you can scope the room out.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. This is only the first mission, so
It's about to
excited
get
see-
wild too. Yeah.
Excited to see the tools and everything they'll give you. So
Yeah. I'm excited to do better next time. I promise. I won't kill anyone.
yeah, low chaos, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Was there really music in this at any point? I don't really recall anything standing out.
Honestly, I was so focused on the gameplay,
Same.
which a lot of times music, that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's just meant to be there in the background. And
just an ambient. Just
I only
But-
really remember music like in the intro part where you're talking to the Empress.
right.
and
Right. Yeah.
Doing with Emily and on the boat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
but nothing standing out so far. Not to say it was bad, but just
Right. No.
the
I also.
gameplay's really engaging. You're trying to focus. You're trying to
Yeah.
read patterns and stuff, and not get detected and stuff. So I feel like in stealth games, when you focus, it's kind of harder to hear the music and all that.
For
But
sure.
Yeah, sometimes I was expecting it a little kind of where like, oh, they're about to see you, kind of like a warning systems.
mhm.
So I didn't know if that was there, but I don't remember ever
Yeah, I
seeing
remember
any of
just
that.
them yelling
Just-
or something. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a visual one,
Yeah,
but yeah, apart
yeah.
from that, yeah, no, that was it. But
Cool,
no,
cool, cool.
overall,
Cool.
pretty
Looking
excited
forward
for
to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I think we're done here. So stay tuned, everyone, for part 2 of Dishonored. Hopefully I will do better because I've been sucking it up. Sorry for that. But yeah, thanks everyone for listening in. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.